25-26 school year, students at 23 Plainfield Community Consolidated School District 202 schools won't have to worry about eating breakfast at home or packing a lunch. The district will provide both every school day. Students at Plainfield East High School, John F. Kennedy Middle School, and Liberty and Elizabeth Eichelberger Elementary Schools will receive the free meals through the United States Department of Agriculture's Community Eligibility Provision Program. Students with allergies or dietary restrictions should review the menu and ingredients with their parents to know what items they should or should not consume. Free breakfast and lunch will be offered every school day as long as District 202 and its food service contractor Aramark continue to comply with government standards. A car was stolen and several others were burglarized early Thursday in Batavia's Tanglewood subdivision. The incidents are likely connected, according to officials in an update Thursday. Batavia police were called at around 3:30 a.m. to the 2400 block of Bird Lane, where a resident reported their white 2024 Toyota Highlander was stolen from their driveway. Surveillance footage indicated the car was taken about 2:11 a.m. after suspects arrived in a small white SUV. Police were unable to locate the stolen car or suspects after searching the area. Police continued developing and following leads in the case and working with other law enforcement agencies on the investigation. A bill that eliminates the practice of observing a waiting period before taking a missing persons report, as well as other new guidelines, has been signed into law. SB 24, the Missing Persons Identification Act, will require law enforcement to follow the new guidelines in an effort to hasten the resolution of missing persons cases. The legislation was championed by Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, drawing from detectives' experience and skill sets from reopening the John Wayne Gacy murders in 2011 to identify 8 unidentified victims of the serial killer. I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley.
Moms and dads, do you wish you could know where your kids' shoes are at all times? Now you can with Skechers' newest Apple AirTag compatible sneakers, Find My Skechers. There's a clever hidden AirTag compartment under the shoe's insole. It's sleek, secure, and your child can't feel or see it. Then you can check where your kids' shoes are on the Find My app. Plus, they're available for boys and girls. Get Find My Skechers at Skechers.com, a Skechers store near you, or wherever kids' shoes are sold. Apple AirTags sold separately.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you get coverage options based on how much you want to pay for car insurance. And then you decide how to spend the rest of your money, because you're in charge. Today, you're going to pay down your credit card bill. But you decide when you'll pay it. Before the due date, so those interest charges don't get you. But you decide if you pay it in full. But you definitely should, because, again, interest charges. With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, we'll help you find coverage at a fair price. And then you're in charge. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
I'm Trey Westerberg on 1410 WRMN Elgin, proudly serving the Fox River Valley. This update brought to you by Wendy's. A car was stolen and several others were burglarized early Thursday in Batavia's Tanglewood subdivision. The incidents are likely connected, according to officials in an update Thursday. Batavia police were called at around 3:30 a.m. to the 2400 block of Bird Lane, where a resident reported their white 2024 Toyota Highlander was stolen from their driveway. Surveillance footage indicated the car was taken about 2:11 a.m. after suspects arrived in a small white SUV. Police were unable to locate the stolen car or suspects after searching the area. Police continued developing and following leads in the case and working with other law enforcement agencies on the investigation. A bill that eliminates the practice of observing a waiting period before taking a missing persons report, as well as other new guidelines, has been signed into law. SB 24, the Missing Persons Identification Act, will require law enforcement to follow the new guidelines in an effort to hasten the resolution of missing persons cases. The legislation was championed by Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart, drawing from detectives' experience and skill sets from reopening the John Wayne Gacy murders in 2011.
This is Sarah Silver with your Fox Valley forecast. This afternoon, mostly sunny with a high near 69, with temperatures falling to around 67. Tonight, mostly clear with a low around 48. Tomorrow, sunny with a high near 71. Tuesday night, mostly clear with a low around 50. Wednesday, mostly sunny with a high near 75. Currently, it is 68 with mainly clear skies. I'm Sarah Silver on the Talk of the Town, WRMN.
If you need to hire, you know it takes time. Well, what if you could meet with qualified candidates the very next day? Now you can with Zip Intro from ZipRecruiter. You simply pick a time and it does all the work of finding and scheduling qualified candidates for you. Then you choose who you want to talk to and meet with great people on back-to-back video calls as soon as the next day.
Try Zip Intro for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Zip Intro. Post jobs today. Talk to qualified candidates tomorrow.
In the middle of the night, everything will be all right if you listen to Coast, right here on WRMN 7 days a week from midnight to 5 a.m. Each night on Coast to Coast, listeners are captivated by George Newry with discussions on news and current events, conspiracy theories, UFOs, life after death, and all things curious and unexplained. Whether you're working third shift or you're just a night owl, catch the most listened to overnight talk radio program in North America, Coast to Coast, every night, midnight to 5 a.m. right here on WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
They were best friends, inseparable, in fact, until the day Miguel died. Every day his friend visited Miguel's grave. Rain, wind, weekends, holidays, every day. Miguel's closest friend, Capitan, his German shepherd, is a symbol of loyalty to which we can all aspire. Loyalty. Pass it on from passiton.com.
All right, there we go. We got it up and running again here. Welcome to the 5 o'clock hour on WRMN AM 1410, broadcasting live here from Studio 14. This is Matt McNeil taking you into the 5 o'clock hour. It is not Dennis Sonar Green. He was on during the 4 o'clock hour for a political talk show, but I am here ready to get started with a fantabulous interview as well. And let me tell you, I am graced by the presence of so many fantastic people here in the studio today. Please welcome the Fox Valley Theater Company's many great students. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing?
Doing amazing.
Doing great.
How are you? Oh, good. I always enjoy doing these interviews with you guys. You guys do such a fantastic job with the performances. So if you didn't hear, yes, Fox Valley Theater Company is having their performance of Puffs. How exciting is that? Yes. We've got some great cast members here, and what we'll do is we will go around and we'll introduce ourselves and tell us a little bit about yourself. Just something a little brief, if you'd like.
Hi, I'll start. My name's River Sherman. I'm playing the role of Teen Wayne, and this is my first Fox Valley production ever, and it is also Fox Valley's first play ever. So First time. Let's go.
There you go.
Hi, I'm Camille. I'm playing the narrator, and this is also my first show with Fox River Valley, so I'm very excited. Yeah, I've been having a really fun time with this so far.
Awesome.
Hi, I am Brecker. I'm playing the role of young Wayne, and this is my first Fox Valley show. I mean, I have done CTE in the past, but first time for everything.
There you go.
Hello, my name is Mac. This is my 16th production. I knew those here at Fox, well, just CTE in Fox Valley. Yeah.
There you go. Nice.
Hi, I'm Dante, and I'll be playing the role of Cedric and Voldy. And this is my second show here.
Very good. Well, we've got a beautiful cast and crew here as well today, folks. So if you want to tune in, we are on that AM 1410 dial. You can also find us on the app, our website, and also on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. And of course, I always got to say it too. If you want to hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell. Yes, you can keep yourself up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and what's going on here on WRMN AM 1410. Oh my goodness, where do we even start? So this is a show called Puffs, and it is kind of I guess a spin-off of a particular show that we will not name that is very popular.
Some interesting scar-faced boy.
Exactly, right. And we've got some interesting magical creatures and spells and all of that good stuff too. So tell us a little bit about this story for people who might not know, whoever wants to just jump in.
I guess. So these are going to be the 7 years of the back end of the Puffs, which the Puffs is, not known as the greatest or the coolest guys, you'd say, but we do have a leader, and we have the people that, I guess come together and make this whole group. And it's going to be going through, at least very quickly, through these 7 years of, this certain wizarding school that I can't name, and got kind of the back characters into it and how they actually live their lives and all the shenanigans that they get up to, starring, our main characters, Wayne, both Waynes. And yeah, it's a lot really about just finding your place in the world, and finding a place for yourself, not really finding places for other people or being a hero in somebody else's story, because in reality, nobody really is a hero in everybody else's story. But the thing that you can be is the hero in your own story. And I think that's the main message of this, to, be your own hero. And, embrace your weirdness, embrace your puffness, I guess.
I like it. Embrace your puffness. I like that. That's so cool. Now the show is packed with a lot of different things. So this is actually Fox Valley Theater Company's first actual play, because it's always been musicals, which of course we love the musicals. But this is the first play though. So how has that kind of? I'm sure that's been exciting for everyone too, because it's the first play. Have you had to kind of adjust some certain things if you're if you're a long time member of Fox Valley Theater Company and Children's Theater of Elgin? Has it been something that you've been kind of adjusted to, or you're like, oh, I'm so excited we're going to be doing a play?
I think first who should probably answer that is the veteran, just
Yeah,
let's change in there just a little bit.
I don't really, it was kind of initially a bit hard to get into it at first, because I'm used to musicals. That's all I'd done here for a long while. But as the week went on for the first, it started to get a lot of a better hang of it, with running through all the fun lines that we get to say and such.
That's nice. That's awesome. Now again, there's a lot of different diverse characters in here as well too. So if we can go around and tell us each character and kind of, just like a general basis on, what they're like, their personality. Just if you just want to do that, we could start here.
Oh, I think we should start with young Wayne.
Young Wayne?
Yeah,
All right, let's go.
first. I'm the older one.
Yeah, what I'd like to say before that is what's really nice is that, as you can see, we do have a younger and an older cast. So as these years are changing, people are going to be switching out, which is really nice for this show.
Okay, very cool.
I feel like younger Wayne is just kind of your everyday geek. He loves everything, Lord of the Rings, like RoboCop, all of those fun little movies and shows or books. He is absolutely a big nerd on those things. I mean, he read the Silmarillion twice. I don't know how to say it, honestly. I do need to get on learning how to say that. But he's overall just a fun-loving dude who is looking to make some friends in his years of adventures.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. And then you're the older version, is that correct?
Yeah, I am the older Wayne. Younger Wayne, he definitely is a lot more hopeful. He's a lot more he's a lot more childlike. And like when we're all children, we're all like, oh, I can't wait to go into the big world. And then older Wayne is like, this sucks. I'm a teenager. Get me out of here. And it's honestly really fun because as like a teenager myself and having to go through like those hard moments, like middle school, you will get through it. I promise. Yeah, it's been really hard like being a teenager and stuff, and just translating that into acting. It's given me like a challenge to like, okay, you gotta show your emotion now. You don't hide it, and it's been really fun and also really challenging. I love a good challenge.
That's awesome. So because you are playing the same person, younger version and older, how do you guys work together to kind of find similarities as you are the same person, but also learn from each other in the growing sense of things to develop those characters, if that makes sense?
We work with each other?
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder who you are.
You know, honestly, I think most of it is literally just talking with each other, getting to know each other. Like, I mean, River is a huge dancer. I've learned a lot about her through that. She's made some amazing choreography for the show if you come see it. Like,
Brecker's literally a little brother to me. Like, the good parts and the bad parts. I'll be hanging out with my friends, and he'll just be like, hey, River, guess what? And I'll just be like, hi? What do you want? But, yeah, love him to death. But you're a little brother all the way.
Absolutely.
I love that. Now, tell us a little bit more about some of the other characters here, too, so we can kind of get a little taste of what to expect. Yes.
So I could tell you a bit about the narrator. So something fun that we're doing for this show actually is instead of one narrator, we do have two, which, funnily enough, it's me and my little brother. People have told me that we're the same person in different fonts. So we each bring something similar and something different, which I think is pretty fun. But I can tell you a bit about my narrator. She's a very bookish kind of person. She just wants to get the job done really well, you know? But the show is Puffs, so does that always happen? Who knows? But what I really like about the Puffs narrator is that instead of being a disembodied voice, they're really present on the scene. So it adds like a really personal feel to it, I think. And I kind of view it as like a channel between the show and the audience to like, I guess, bridge any kind of like emotional gap that you get out of the distance between show versus audience. And we're actually doing this as like a black box style show, so there's a lot less physical distance between the audience and the stage, which as a narrator I like to take advantage of, so I can just sit there with the audience and kind of joke around with them a little bit. So I'm really excited actually for the way that we decided to do this. I think it really serves the play very well.
That's awesome.
I would like to say that you're kind of like the translator for me. Like if I don't get a line, you'll like be like, oh, here you go, to the audience. I'm like, oh, I have that light bulb moment. You're very helpful. Very helpful.
I'm glad you find me helpful.
Oh, that's great. It's really cool, too, what you said about the narrator being really involved in the story. Sometimes I think a lot of times when we, see movies, TV shows, read books, and there's a narrator involved, sometimes it's kind of a way to kind of bridge us into a scene, but then kind of go away a little bit rather than being a part of the whole story too. And I think that that's actually a really great element that you mentioned there, that really like it kicked something in my brain. I'm like, wow, yeah, that's unique. I don't really hear much about that with narrators as much in certain performances. So I thought that was really cool that you said that. Tell us a little bit more about some of your characters as well.
Am I gonna? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I mentioned what characters I played. I play 3 different characters, which is...
Oh my goodness, wow,
yeah,
okay.
Which is the second headmaster, certain potions teacher, there you go, and Zach Smith, which, I don't know which one. I guess I'd start...
Zach Smith.
Yeah,
That's
he's
like
the goat, man.
Yeah.
Zach Smith is a very comedic character who appears for like a minute, and most of the stuff that he says is something I cannot say here at all.
True.
This is radio, yes.
He's a lot of fun though because he's such an opposite person to me. Like he's the jerk character I would describe him as, and as you can guess from my stuttering, I'm not great at confrontation.
Has it been fun playing the jerk character though?
Yes.
If it's something new and it's like, oh, I get to be this
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
I revel in how much I can just play him up.
Yeah, and you can also kind of test yourself too in the sense of you're playing a character that isn't a reflection of yourself, your real self. So it's kind of trying to figure out like, how am I going to approach this? How am I going to say these certain lines? So there's that challenge that goes into that character as well. So, but that's very cool. 3 different parts. That's so cool. Do you like transition from one character to another in a very short time in a specific scene?
Sometimes there are bits where I have to quickly switch between like Zach Smith and then certain potions teacher or certain potions teacher to headmaster at times. It just kind of depends on what scene.
Very cool. That's so cool to play different characters all at once. Like in the same performance. It's very cool. And then your character, I know you did touch a little bit based on that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be playing a bit of Cedric and also Voldy. Which is really nice. I feel like usually in a lot of musicals and just plays I've been in, I usually play the role of like either, some Prince Charming or like love interest or like some like hero. And so to be able to play somebody that's evil and doesn't care about being evil and just like egotistical and snotty and pushing people out of the way so he can get to the front, and it's just amazing. And I really like getting into that aspect of it and just, I don't know, feeling like I can actually be evil for like a play, you know what I mean? It's really nice. And Cedric, he's the mentor of the Puffs. He's kind of the guy everybody looks up to, that everybody wants to be, that's like, in that certain group. And I like that too. I like being the mentor, and also it kind of just makes me, feel really connected with everybody else. And just like as a mentor to, out of everybody especially, or how it feels is like me and Brecker, I love when we act together because it genuinely feels like we have a really good connection. You know what I mean? And that's the best thing I could ask for, especially for a person who's literally acting with me for more than half of the show, at least. He's a great person, and I'm glad I could have had him.
That's awesome. There's so much that goes into these performances too. And again, the show is really packed a lot with humor and silly moments. So I'm sure you've had a lot of funny parts, funny adventures in the rehearsals. And has there been, and that goes to this too, is if I'm correct about this, some of the performance here in this play is improv. Is that right?
Yes.
That is so much fun. I love the improvisation of things. It gives you more freedom in a way that most performances don't have, specifically if you're trying to learn lines. And so with that improv side of things too, is you can even kind of switch it up at times, which I think is really fun, which means every time you go to the performance, you're not going to get the same performance, which I think is really cool too. So how has that kind of worked out? I'm sure that's in a way been, has it been more challenging having to do more improv, or has it been easier? How is it has it been a mix?
I feel like it's really freeing, actually. Especially for at least my role for Cedric, the director told me, like, for a lot of these improv, I need to go full out. I can do basically whatever I want, And being able to add your own style and spin to, a play or anything is already, amazing. But to be able to have literally, like at a point, I have 8 different options of a line I can use that are all completely different, but for the same part, And that's such a freeing feeling and such a fun feeling because it's you can challenge yourself actually to improv better, or you can challenge yourself to just either stick with this line and try and make it hit as big as possible. And that's the beauty of it.
That is really cool. When I was looking at the script here too, I was seeing like the different options. There's option 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. there is a lot of diversity when it comes to these options, and it all still works together too, which I think is really, really magnificent within this. I'm even interested in just studying it. It's quite fascinating to me. Very cool. The theater nerd that I.
There's a lot of stage interaction improv too, which is nice.
Yeah,
like we get
awesome.
to run around, give people high fives, just be very present in a way that, especially in a black box, like you were saying, in a way that's just kind of like not usual.
Yeah, actually like almost all of my blocking is improvised, and I'm an improv person. I love it, so I was really happy about that because I feel like it lets me understand my character a lot better. It's kind of funny. This is my second time doing Puffs. The last time I did it, it was also like a big improv role, but in a totally different way. My fellow Zach Smith over there. Yeah, that's like a huge improv role, but it's a really different kind of improv than the narrator's doing. So it's like a good learning experience for me to like stretch my boundaries a little bit and really get in touch with my character and think, oh, what would she say right now? And it also really lets me feel connected to the audience. Obviously, for rehearsals, my audience is mostly just cast members, but I can just walk around and be like, you look like you need someone to look you in the eye and deliver a line right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's so interesting, the improv side of things, too. And then you can also, like I said before, you can test out things to see what works. It might work in the moment. Another time it might, you might think, I'm going to try to use this line and see how that works as well, too. I think that's really cool. Have you gotten certain feedback from others on the improvisation side of things?
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. The amount of times I've tried something and our director has been like, love that, don't do it, it sucks. I feel like it's been like 5 times now. Like, I remember specifically, I was like interacting with one of the narrators, and our director like cut us off and was like, okay, great, River, love you're making choices, it sucks, I hate it, don't do it. And I'm like, okay. But like that's the fun thing about like trusting like your director. Like you feel free to do stuff and you trust them to tell you like, hey, great choice, I don't like it. And like that's what has made Puffs so fun, is that I can do stuff and I trust that like other castmates and like the other actors and like all the adults in charge have been like, hey, no. And yeah. I just love having a good community because a bunch of my other, like I've had theater experiences where like there's been drama in the cast, and this cast has been like so drama free.
It's really nice.
It's like such a breath of fresh air, especially in high school where everyone's like, oh, she did that.
I've been there before, yeah.
Yeah, we all just come together and love each other, and like we support each other, and it's really nice.
That's really good. I love seeing that too, and hearing that from you guys, and hearing it, especially from a younger age group as well. I was there before too when I was a teenager, and early 20s, and there were times when it's like, oh my gosh, like, oh, stress, school, and the theater too. I always enjoyed theater. Theater was kind of like my safe space for me growing up in school, and so it was always that's good. That's good. Everyone deserves to have that space where you feel like you can be yourself. I think that's so important. It's so important. So tell us a little bit here too. Puffs has a lot of heart. It's about bravery and friendship. So what's a moment in the show that you really think captures that spirit, even just if it's a specific one?
I think in a scene that we're going to be performing, for this radio section, I think a lot of it with me and Brecker as Wayne and Cedric, a lot of it really is the friendship through mentorship, and also just the friendship through struggles. And since, as in the show, I'm an older Puff, so I kind of already know the struggles of feeling like a failure, or just feeling like I can't do something and I will never be able to do it. And to be able to impart wisdom like that to somebody that's younger than me it just feels really nice, and it just gives that link of like friendship and actual like, you can do this, but you just have to believe in yourself, just like I believe in you.
That's great. And I see it too, that I can already tell there's always so much encouragement that you guys give to each other too. You guys help each other out with lines, you help each other with character development, and you're just there for each other. And I think that that's so important to have such a strong team like that when you're putting on a performance like this too. And I think that that's great. So I have to say, the Children's Theater of Elgin, Fox Valley Theater Company has always stood out so massively to me, because I have these interviews with you guys, and I see there's so much uniqueness in all of it, and you guys are all very unique, and the Children's Theater of Elgin, Fox Valley Theater Company is very unique too. So I always think highly of everything you guys do. So
thank you.
Very cool. Absolutely.
Going back to the funniest part in rehearsals, and when we're running the mirror scene.
Oh goodness.
Okay. Oh my gosh, because there's a lightsaber in there, And so one of us like activates the lightsaber. And since, spoiler alert, not a real lightsaber. Crazy, I know. It always either malfunctions or like falls down in like the breakest silence, and you can just hear like. I'm like, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh, don't laugh. That's my favorite part of any rehearsal. Whenever we're running lightsaber scenes, and we're just like, there it goes. Like, yep. Okay. Oh well.
It just never turns out like you want it to, but
Never.
it's okay.
It's so puffy though.
Exactly.
That's so puffy. If we're talking about funny moments, I have to say, I think one of the funniest things for me is watching Mac do her monologue, because it's always something different every time.
Oh my goodness, yes.
At a certain point, and her shoes came off, I was like, oh, we're in deep. I'm ready. Let's go.
Initially, it wasn't even like on purpose. It's just my shoes were so big at the point, I just was easily just flick them off.
Okay,
But it worked.
But the thing is, you guys are all off stage, so you can laugh silently. I'm on stage, and I'm just like. And I'm like,
I'm your endurance test, pretty much.
girl, I have asthma. You can't do this to me.
Oh my goodness! You know what? And when you guys talk about the performance and what the show's about, it reminds me a lot of. I guess I'll remove a word from it. A very insert a word musical. You know that a very. Potter musical.
I know that one.
Have you seen that show before?
Yes,
That's kind of what I'm kind of visualizing in my head. It's kind of like that in a way. I mean, that's a musical, obviously, but like in that same kind of sense of like, there's that that kind of level of improv.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I do.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's fun. I love it. That is fantastic. So, oh my goodness, I don't even know what else to ask question-wise. I'm having such a great time here. What do you hope people can get out of this experience? Oh, you were going to say something? Go right ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes. Of
I
course,
was just going to
absolutely.
say, usually, I'm never used to having a cast this big of an age range, you know, from people all the way from literally 7th grade all the way to being 23 years old, you know? It's a huge range, a crazy range. And the younger cast absolutely kills it.
Yes,
like, if
do.
you don't watch it just for the older cast, the younger cast has unmatched humor. Their comedic timing's on point. Just the way that they act and the way that they hold themselves in an acting standpoint makes me want to do so many more shows with a younger cast because they really get it. They really actually get it. And that's something that's rare to see, especially like in younger kids, not just because they can't, but it's hard. You know, as a younger kid, it's hard to get into a sense of acting, get serious into a sense of acting. And everybody in this whole cast gets so serious into their character and who they're supposed to be that it's just beautiful. It really is.
That is fantastic. That's great. So, folks, please come on out and check out this show. You can find more information. This is at cteelgin.com. It is the Fox Valley Theater Company presenting Puffs. And yes, it is rated PG-13 as well. Because I know that someone here said that there's a word that they can't say. Is that right? You got a couple.
Yeah.
I say a lot of things.
Second act.
I would say it's more like mature rated.
That second act really raises it up.
We're trying to get people in the show, man.
Yeah, it's PG-13. Come see it. Just
Please do.
bring some earplugs if you don't like certain words.
Earplugs.
It come with an open mind, folks. It's theater. You got to remember that. Absolutely. So, folks, check out more information. You can find it. That is cteelgin.com. You can buy those tickets. They are available now, too.
Buy now.
Absolutely. So, if you want to check it out, that is on the screen right now. You can find it. It is coming up September 5th through the 7th. And then also the 12th through the 14th. There is also a free sensory-friendly preview. Now, tell us a little bit about that. What is the free sensory-friendly preview?
Sensory-friendly preview is for people who have accessibility issues, whether listening or just visibility issues. And so we try and get a free show in at least so people with those, disabilities can actually feel like they can enjoy the show. Because I want everyone to enjoy the show. We all want everyone to enjoy the show to the best of their ability as we enjoy the show. You know?
Absolutely. And then I was going to ask here, too, so what do you hope people can get out of this experience, out of this story? What's the main kind of message within this entirety of this performance, within this story that you want people to leave the theater thinking about?
For me, I think the most important part of it is that everybody has a place. Everybody has a place where they're important, and it might not be something you would have thought of, but you just have to look around and be open-minded, and you'll realize. I mean, a big piece of it is like making yourself your own main character, and I just hope that everyone who watches it can get out of it that nobody is a side character. This is real life. Everyone is important.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A
That's
quote
great.
I live. If you don't get anything else out of this, I want you to hear these words. You're always going to be the side character in somebody's story. And there's very, like, different variations. There's, like, you're always the villain in someone's story. You're always, like, the anti-hero in someone's story. But, like, this is your story. No one... People can tell you what to do with it, but, like, you don't have to do it. Like, they have their own life. They can do whatever they want with their own life. You can do whatever you want with your own life. And
Right.
so that's like a quote I live by. Just like be yourself. If anyone like gives you trouble, just be like, all right, walk away.
Yeah.
I feel like another thing about this play is just that realizing that everyone has their own puff moments where like they forget to pack a fork with their lunch and have to dip salad in a dressing like I had to do the other day. You know, forgetting to tie your shoe and tripping on the bus and making a fool of yourself. It's not that bad.
I did that today.
Oh.
I had a
You two
feeling.
are really telepathically linked, huh?
Yes.
Literally, we're the same person. Like I am
Literally.
It's just kind of embracing your mistakes and realizing that nobody's perfect. Everyone has that little badger inside of them.
Like that. That's good.
No, yeah, I can't put it any better. They said it amazingly. And I guess maybe another part is, you know, while finding your place in other people's lives and in your own life, just, you know, I guess you're never always going to suck. Yes, you might start off terribly at whatever you try to do, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to make it. Failure is another form of practice, you know?
Yeah.
You
As long
only
as you keep
fail when you don't keep trying. Or,
Exactly.
like, something like you only fail when you stop trying. I'm full of motivational quotes today.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for coming in today. Oh my gosh, we got to read the lines.
Oh, yes!
I'm sorry.
That would actually be good.
Okay, here we
That
go.
would be great.
So for those of you who don't know, I am going to be reading some lines. I got to work on some of my lines. I'm going to see if I can do it.
Start working them acting muscles.
I'm trying to think. Okay. All right. So I don't know. Where we got to start here is, well, you guys know your lines already, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I guess I should start. So it's the scene with studies. So looks like the bell rings. We're in a classroom now. The pups all rush on, chatting with each other and my goodness, I can't read. I should be able to. Chatting with each other and surrounded Oliver and Wayne. So then it's certain potions teacher says,
Sit, everyone, now. You're here to learn the art of potion. Oh, puffs.
Hi.
Hi. Can anyone here tell me what is a potion?
Ooh, is it what you put on your skin to make it feel soft?
That's lotion.
Is it a place all the fishes live?
That's the ocean.
Is it a starchy root vegetable?
That's a potato.
It's a magic liquid.
You're the most dunderheaded student I have ever had sit in my class. If you actually manage to pass this year, I will eat my shoe. 10 points from Puffs.
I ate a shoe once. Didn't taste good, but didn't taste bad.
Class dismissed.
All right, there we go. I read some of the lines, and you guys did great. Oh, are we going to continue on, or is that?
No, that was good.
it?
That was,
Okay.
that was actually perfect.
Okay, cool.
I guess Lumosing? Oh, actually, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I have two scenes I brought for you, but we can start with the prologue because it makes sense to start with the start, right?
I read books from the back, so I don't know.
That's
What
why
are you,
you're
a manga reader?
Heroes, made, not born, except sometimes they are born on a gloomy night in a far away magical land called England. Ah! You might not see this right now, but there's a giant in the room. Oh, you also can't see this, but there's a baby here. His parents, dead. But he lives. He is the boy who lives. He has a scar on his forehead shaped like... Well, you know. You get it. You are familiar with this boy. Well, forget about him. This story is not about him. For you see, there's another orphan. His parents, also dead. Killed in a freak chocolate frog accident. Please don't ask. This boy is whisked away to live with his uncle in the even more magical land of Catalpoke Springs, New Mexico. And up until a few weeks ago, this now 11-year-old boy had only the regular problems of a child in 1991. That is, until a rogue owl flew into his living room to deliver a rather important letter, which effectively stated this: "You're a wizard, Wayne!" And so, after making his way through a very confusing train station, Wayne found himself at the gates of a certain school of female magic and male magic, where he would spend the next 7 years. This September, we will be taking an incredibly in-depth look at those 7 years. Excuse me one moment. What? 110-ish minutes? Oh. This September, we will be taking a look at those 7 years. 7 years that were, in one word, eventful. It begins as these stories tend to begin, with a sorting.
Whoa, crazy. I wonder what house we're gonna be sorted into.
Guys, I have a feeling it involves.
It's not the Smarts, and it's not the Braves, and it's not the Snakes.
And then you said you had another one, right?
Oh, I do have another. This one is, it's just a little backstory. A reading from the tragic yet rewarding History of the Puffs, Chapter 2. There once lived an excellent cook who also happened to be a witch. Her name was Helga. She could often be found hanging out with her special friends. "Let's play a game," said her friend Rowena. "Who can read all the books?" "Oops, I won! I am so smart." Poor Helga responded, "Why don't we play a different game? That is, if you are brave enough." Enter her friend, Rick Griff. "Did someone mention bravery in passing?" Rawr. And finally, a shady figure enters the scene. Hey guys. Helga had a realization. We have all these great magical knowledge. Why don't we start a school? And so, they magicked a castle into existence. But they were left with an important question to answer. What type of students would they admit? Rick Griff declared, "Students who are brave." Rowena decided, "Students whom are smart." Sal chose, "Blonde blood money jerks." And what kind of students would our dear Helga admit? Find out this September by watching CTE's Puffs.
Yeah, love it. Awesome, awesome. Thanks, guys, so much for coming in today to the station, WRMN AM 1410. You don't want to miss out on this great performance with these awesome kids. This is CTELgin.com. This is the presentation, the Fox Valley Theater Company's presentation of Puffs. It is a hilarious journey to that certain school of magic that we all know and love and adore that we can't say on here. So thanks, guys, so much for coming in. This is a great interview. I always have a lot of fun with you guys. And we hope you all, folks out there, can make it out to the show. Thanks again.
Yep.
Thanks for having us. No!
Sorry.
You can't do
What's
that.
wrong with you, man?
We're in public.
Apologies.
Folks, we'll take a quick time out. We'll be back with more here on WRMN in just a little bit. Of course, stay tuned.
Tune in to
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. Every weeknight from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
He'll have sports thoughts from the center ring of Chicagoland and to the outer rings from across the nation.
Weather from Chicago Cubs,
White Sox,
Bulls,
Bears,
Blackhawks,
Stars,
Fire,
Boomers,
whatever the national story is of the day.
Geyer and his sports czar takes will either have you nodding in agreement,
yelling at the radio,
or in all honesty,
a bit of both.
With the way the Chicagoland sports and sports are in general, there's bound to be
thrills,
chills, and
oh my God moments.
So get your snacks and libations ready,
because this is going to be a wild ride.
Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer's quirky and insightful Fanatics take
will make you feel a little
or a lot better about your Chicagoland sports viewing experiences.
Tune in to Big Top Sports with Derek Geyer. Every weeknight from 6 p.m.
to 8 p.m.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
Are you looking to buy, sell, or trade something? Maybe clean out that attic or basement, or just make a little extra cash? Then don't miss Tradio on Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Weekdays at 12:30 p.m. Call in to let folks in the Fox River Valley know what you're looking for or what you've got to get rid of. It's easy, it's free, and it's a great way to connect with your community. Call in at 847-931-1410. That's 847-931-1410. If it's got to go, then let us know. Only on Tradio, here on WRMN AM 1410.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. If you're struggling with mental health, you should know that there are resources out there that can help. And it's okay to talk about it if you need to. One place to get started with information is loveyourmindtoday.org. Loveyourmindtoday.org offers a range of guides, instructions, and insights for dealing with difficult situations or getting through a tough time. If you're struggling with mental health, get the help you need, because most people out here really care. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the 5 o'clock hour here on WRMN. It is the Fox Valley Afternoons. Thank you so much for the Children's Theater of Elgin and Fox Valley Theater Company for stopping by the station today. Oh my goodness, did I have a lot of fun. The thing that I love about doing interviews with them, of course, too, is the amount of joy that you see in their faces, the amount of excitement that's there when it comes to performing. And I remember growing up too, when I was in the theater performances, how exciting it was for me as well too. The excitement of performing and the excitement of doing something unique and exciting and expressing myself. I thought that it was really a good place for me to be in theater too. And I have absolutely no regrets whatsoever doing theater growing up. It was just absolutely phenomenal too. So I definitely see myself in a lot of the cast members here. So very nice. With that being said, check it out. Puffs tickets are on sale. You can check it out on their website. That is cteelgin.com/puffs. It is grades 7 to 23 in age. Get ready for a hilarious journey to that certain school of magic. Have you ever wondered what it's like for the other students at that famous school of magic? You know, the ones who weren't exactly the chosen ones or the super smart or even a little bit sneaky. Well, Puffs tells their story. Meet Wayne Hopkins, a regular kid who suddenly finds out he's a wizard and is off to a very special school. He's sorted into the Puffs, the kind, loyal, and maybe a little overlooked house. Over 7 wonderfully wacky years, we follow Wayne and his Puff pals, like the quirky Oliver Rivers and the fiercely loyal Megan Jones, as they navigate classes, friendships, and all sorts of hilariously chaotic events that you might recognize from a certain famous book series. Puffs is a super funny play that looks at the magical world of a brand new, totally puff-tastic point of view. Get ready for lots of laughter, silly spells, and a heartwarming story about what it really means to be brave, even if you're not always in the spotlight. It's a magical adventure that proves even the seemingly ordinary can have an extraordinary time. So check it out. It's going to be performing at the Elgin Community College. This is the art space. It's the Second Space Theater. It's coming up on Fridays and Saturdays at 7:30. They have their matinee show Sundays at 2 p.m. That's September 5th through the 7th. And then also, again, the 12th through the 14th. They also are offering that free sensory-friendly preview, which will be September 11th at 7 p.m. If you want to check out more information, please feel free to do so. Check it out on their website. That is cteelgin.com. And you can buy tickets posted on to the ECC Art Center's website. So if you do want to check it out, lots of fun. Oh my goodness. Always a great time too. They also do have here as well too. So if you want to learn a little bit more information about the sensory friendly performances, they actually are in partnership with the Autism Hero Project as well. So I'll play this little clip for you so that you can kind of get a little bit of a gist on what they are talking about here when it does come to the sensory friendly performances. So this is on the CTE Elgin's website.
I always remembered that when I used to do plays and Legend was younger, I always wanted Legend to come and see his mom on stage. But I was always fearful that he would either stim or have vocalizations, and he would disrupt the show, and that wasn't possible. Having the opportunity to partner up with the Elgin Children's Theater over the last year has been really awesome to be able to put on a lot of inclusive events where we have, autistic children attending theater and musicals and plays for the first time.
That is wonderful. I absolutely love that. So that is their sensory friendly performances. That's with the Autism Hero Project. You can also find more information on that too, posted on their website. Again, this is cteelgin.com and the Fox Valley Theater Company. Now, if you are interested in checking out any other performances as well, you can find them under shows. Again, the most recent one here, we just had them on, that was for Puffs. After that comes the SpongeBob musical, which is a workshop that's going to be starting in September. I know that is going to be coming up, I do believe, in November. Is that right? Yep, November. And of course, we will definitely have them on here again on the air during the 5 o'clock hour for Children's Theater of Elgin SpongeBob musical. We'll definitely be talking with them. They're also going to be doing Robin Hood next year in April. And once again, American Idiot back again for another year in June. So if you want to check that out, all those tickets and venue options are available there. You can find them on their website. That's cteelgin.com. Again, cteelgin.com for more information. So please feel free to check that out. If you yourself or you know someone that's a student who might be interested in participating in these different classes, please feel free to check out their website. You can find it under auditions. They've got a good list of things. You want to try out for CTE and FVTC shows? You can find all about that right here on their website. So check out more information there too. It does tell information on eligibility. The Children's Theater of Elgin, it says, is for children in the 2nd grade through 9th grade. First graders may only audition if they will be finished with the 1st grade at the time of the show opening. And then the Fox Valley Theater Company is for younger people, 7th grade through the age of 23. Now, some of the shows may be limited due to content. It is best to look at the age requirements for each individual show. Participants under 18 will have to have a waiver. And of course, all CTE and Fox Valley Theater Company programs open to all individuals of the appropriate ages, regardless of disability, gender, race, creed, sexual orientation, and economic status as well too. So everyone is welcome in this space to have fun and to learn from each other and to grow as a community. This is such a strong community here, and it's always such an honor to have the Children's Theater of Elgin and Fox Valley Theater Company on the air with us here on WRMN. So please feel free to call them for more information, 847-214-7152. Or you can also email them, office@cteelgin.com. That's office@cteelgin.com for more information. You can also check out their Facebook page as well. If you look up the Children's Theater of Elgin on Facebook, you should be able to find them here. My goodness, there's a darn fly in this room. Okay. And of course, their profile picture is Puffs. Yes, yes, yes. Very cool. And look at, they just posted this literally not too long ago. I think it was very recent because we just had that interview. So you'll be able to find that there too. Check it out. Even a post of them waiting in the green room to WRMN 1410. That is fantastic. I love it. I'm going to actually like that as well. So there you go. That is great. Again, I appreciate everyone coming in today, and we hope that you enjoy the show. We hope that you enjoy the show. We hope that you go out and enjoy this because it's going to be a lot of fun too. And the thing about these stories too, with I'd say with any theater production as well, is that you can really learn a lot from the characters. You can learn a lot from the story to take with you and say, you know what, this is an inspiration to me. I know that the Puffs really does hone in on kind of, I think, the ones that are, at least from my own interpretation of this, the Puffs are the groups that are considered, quote, kind of the outcasts. They're the ones that maybe people are like, oh, they're a little weird, or, you know, they're a little different. And it's okay to be different. And that is what the story is about here. It's okay to be different, and it's okay to embrace that difference and to let it shine too. To not let people, not let people's judgments get in the way of your happiness is the important thing as well too. So this is again Fox Valley Theater Company's presentation of Puffs. It is coming up September 5th through the 7th and 12th through the 14th. So if you want to check out more information, please feel free to do so. It is posted onto their website, and you can find more information on there as well too. So of course, we always greatly appreciate everyone tuning in today. Thanks so much for tuning in here to the 5 o'clock hour. Thank you to Dennis Sonar Green for letting me take it over this hour. Give you a nice little break there too, buddy. All the hard work you do, all the hard work that everyone here at WRMN does. I'm so grateful to be part of WRMN and the journey that we've been on. We're going strong, and we're only going to continue on from here too. So we're so excited for you to be on the journey with us. Thanks everyone for tuning in today to do the WRMN. Up next, we have our other programming, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit. We got the White Sox game coming up next. I'll be back again tomorrow, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in the morning, so stay tuned.